Morning. Good morning, everybody. What's up, Coors? What's up, everybody? Manny. That was cool. What's up, everybody in Discord? Good morning, everybody. All right. Oh, yeah. Morning, what's up, Daniel? All right, give me guys just 1 second, and I'll be on. Start going over the news. All righty. All right, guys. Um, I have a couple different sources, but of course, I get it from Benzinga, the morning news call. That's Renventive. They have a newsletter that comes out. I think it's sponsored by Reuters. Uh, I use them too as well. So, all right, y'all. So, we're gonna go ahead and go over the top news really quickly. I'm not gonna delay too much. I'll let you guys know what I'm watching, but I'm gonna keep it light. Um, I figure it's better to just get back to it. So that's what we're gonna do is just get back to it. But yeah, got the relatively short watch list. So I'm watching Chewy, DDD, Lulu, um, and Roku and Netflix. So, but we'll go ahead and go over the news now. So. But Democratic, so far, the Democratic disagreements imperil Biden agenda. Um, as shutdown looms, President Biden's agenda was at risk from being derailed by divisions among his own Democrats as moderates voiced anger on Wednesday at the idea of delaying a $1 trillion infrastructure bill ahead of a critical vote to avert a government shutdown. So, be nice if we didn't shut down. All right, there we go. Okay. Oops. Facebook, they're facing hefty fines in Russia over banned content. Russia may try to fine the social media giant Facebook 10% of its annual Russian turnover for its repeated failure to leak content Moscow deems illegal. Crazy. There's like a picture of Putin with a rainbow flag behind him, and that is illegal. But um, here, let me so look up the morning news call too. Adam, there's two places. So Bloomberg has, and honestly, I really believe that, for me, I like to have them all. So I even get the morning news call from Europe. I get Bloomberg, and I also get Benzinga. So, like for example, Benzinga already will tell me the top gainers this morning and the top losers. For some reason, Jamia is down at 1782, and Fastly's somewhere around 39, up 32 $39. So like top mover here this morning. And it'll kind of give me some headlines and stuff like that. I prefer the morning news call just because it's a little bit more organized, and I just kind of skip through and pick headlines out that I believe are relevant. So, um, anyway, so US UE agree to work on chip supply. Tech rules China trade. The United States and European Union agreed on Wednesday to deepen its transatlantic cooperation to strengthen semiconductor supply chain, curb China's non-market trade practices, and take a more unified approach to regulating big global technology firms. Um, so Merck to buy Acceleron for about 11.5 billion in rare disease push. Merck is looking to beef up its portfolio for drugs for rare diseases. Before the bell, so far, U.S. stock futures rose as U.S. lawmakers continue to wrangle over funding. Uh, funding the government, but face a Friday deadline to prevent a shutdown. European stocks continued their rebound, but they were set for monthly declines on worries about a slowing global economy and higher inflation, where Asian shares were lower amid COVID-19 worries across Southeast Asia. Gold prices were higher as the prospect of U.S. Federal Reserve tapering its pandemic era stimulus strengthened the dollar, making bullion more expensive for holders of other currencies. South prices were steady as selling prompted an unexpected rise in U.S. inventories. So, um, Claire's, by the way, the jewelry and accessory retailer, we all know them. Um, they are going public. So they, backed by Goldman Sachs, filed for its initial public offering on in the United States on Wednesday, more than 4 years after scrapping its listing plans. Private equity giant Apollo Global took Claire's private following a more than $3 billion deal. So they did. Yeah, they unbanned me. So pretty happy about that. That was just kind of already. Um, okay, so let's take a look at a few things here. DDD, top left hand corner of your screen, still in play for me. As soon as it breaks below this $27 shelf, all is well below there, and we'll take it short. But Still watching for a potential rebound here. If it ends up being a bearish setup, then so be it. I'll play it that way, and we'll look to take it down into the 20s. But DDD definitely still on watch. And I think here in pre-market, if I'm not mistaken, we are back up to $28, and that was and is my bounce spot. The only issue I have is that we're below our support, but it's the 1 hour, and a recovery can happen easy and still remain in play. So definitely still have my eyes on this one. If we can get to some type of uh whatever Biden, I know that we have some speaking that happens today. If that can end positively, then I do see and this was, if you guys don't recall, it's actually really funny. So I was looking for and we played this, but I was looking for a break. Like if we didn't break this downtrend, I was expecting a drop down to 304. I think we talked about that last week. 305 was my Roku target. So what ended up happening here, and the setup that I see, y'all, is actually not bad at all. What we did is we essentially broke resistance. And we have guys, I'm streaming live on YouTube. If you guys have any questions or anything, link is in the bio. Um, but you have a falling wedge here, so there's the potential for a reversal pattern. Definitely watching this one above 308.75, 310, and 315 are going to be some levels that I'm watching, but it does appear to have a falling wedge using the previous resistance turned support right here. This happens often, and then establishing a new resistance here, 50-day EMA, kind of backing that up. So above, what you can do is set an alert on that EMA, just like so, left click. 50 EMA crossing. You can have it open-ended so it never goes off, or you can leave it be. But I go ahead and set alert there. Chewy, uh, an owner of some really nice price target upgrades. We did get a little bit of a gap up. You guys see that it is very bearish at the moment, at least on the daily time frame, not looking super healthy, but if we happen to drop, which I'm totally okay with, down to $65, maybe 64.25, it could be good for a double bottom. Here in pre-market, it's already gapped up to 68.50. That's a pretty big gap for me. And honestly, the fact that it's opening at 68.50 is just as bearish as it is bullish, because you'd want to see this thing above 68.75. So I am not going into today with any type of bias. I, of course, have been away for a couple days, so I'm not going to scar myself by trying to hit lot Tesla or something like that. Just kind of ease into today. Speaking of Tesla, Tesla has a pennant here. Do expect a little bit of chop if you have 3 taps of support, mind you, as well. So Tesla very well above 792 could push for that previous high. So if you are watching Tesla. KMX dump pre-market earnings. Excuse me. So Netflix here in pre-market, y'all, same deal as kind of Tesla. This one has a little bit of a better setup. As you can see, 5-minute flag kind of setup here. If you go out to the 15-minute, same deal, a little bit tighter. Um, Definitely a little bit of a better setup here. So um, that's kind of what I like to see right there. There is a absolute possibility, y'all, that it reverses and goes back down to 596. I'll watch this one above 607 for a stab at that previous 610, and then we'll kind of take it from there. I imagine if Netflix pushes, we might see some movement from Roku, or be allotted movement from Roku as well. Other than that, I do have like some side watch lists. Of course, Affirm. I was watching that one on and off yesterday. It did appear to break support. Unfortunately, that was not a preferred move there by Affirm, but definitely still able to make a recovery off of this 200-day EMA. So you definitely want to see it above that 121 again, to kind of take it to the upside. But for the time being, I'll just kind of be playing that one as it comes. I also have plug on the watch list. This one I may end up taking to the downside below 25. Um, but other than that, y'all, I can take a look at a few stocks for you guys. Those of you on YouTube or in the Discord. Um, like I said, I'm not. I whenever you take a break, it's good not to come in and I'm not. Um, I didn't have a ton of time to prepare too much, so I just want to make sure that I keep my watch list light. But um, I tell you what, though, I was looking back at our analysis. I remember everybody we were all going over SPY. And we were talking about this downtrend, and then sure enough, guys, that right here in this chop that we saw, we literally fell right out of there. And just to recap these ETFs, which is always most important here, the SPY has a bear flag here on the hourly time frame, and I don't like these big wicks, market maker wicks here. And at the moment, you've got that TTM squeeze, so there's definitely some type of movement going to happen. So below 434, 32, it's probably verified that we may be heading down into the 430 evens again. So that's SPY right there. As far as the Qs, pretty much same setup here on the hourly time frame, right out of that rising wedge, and then falling back down and actually making a lower low than SPY. So you see um, a little bit more of a fall here on tech than you did with SPY. So same difference there, sitting at that 360 level. Definitely want to get a bounce just because and I will remind everybody who's just new or trading, if it's a bear flag, that doesn't mean that if it's on the hourly, that doesn't mean that it can't reverse out of that. And so what you do is you set a range. So for if the Qs, for me, it's quite simple. I see the 50-day EMA right there. So basically 360, 351, and that's going to be where you'll see a little bit more of a push. You want to get back above there on the Qs. The Dow, same thing, starting the day off with a bear flag. This one does look like it's maintaining some type of lower time frame support right there. So there's definitely a possibility, and I'm going to get rid of this line right here, but definitely a possibility that you could see a bounce today if this does end up being support, and if this is some type of, I don't know if they're what the resistance is right here, but I do see the support. So I would just watch that one to push back up to 348. So all right. Um, all right, so we've got IWM. What is it looking like here? Daily time frame. Oh my God, it looks terrible. Yeah, honestly, IWM in need of a big bounce here as well. Gap has already been filled, so you gapped up and you filled your gap. That's never a bad sign. You could also go look at your lower time frame support, and that's where you're at in pre-market. So you're gonna want to bounce here at the bell and hopefully make a new high. Otherwise, and it'd probably be all the indexes, you'll probably start heading towards 221 even. So what am I looking at? Apple and Lucid and Progressive. Yeah, I can do that. Apple has a bear flag on the 15-minute. Sorry if I sound a little bit out of breath right now, guys. Um, yeah, so Apple still certainly looks like an H pattern here. This is not um, the best bounce setup here. In my opinion, I would say below 143, you're going to start edging down towards that low right there. And if you break this low, I still maintain that same price target that I posted, and you can check on the YouTube channel now that it's unbanned. But I have 135 as a price target for Apple. 137 is also a good one too, but so far here in pre-market, not really showing a ton of strength. So I would let this one just come to you. So, lower time frame here. Um, there you go. So you got to pin it, right? So it's bilateral, can go either way. So you got to let the trade come to you. So basically above 144.15, you can start eyeballing calls, taking that 146 strike or that 146 level into consideration. And then below 142.72, you're more than likely going to start heading towards those lows of 141. What's hot and don't say Amazon. Yeah, I don't trade Amazon that much. Yeah, I'm on YouTube right now, but I'm not going to be trading live there today. We'll probably start again on next week, but you guys can hit the link in the bio if you wish. All right. I will say another stock that I kind of had on the back burner, but I do think it's worth mentioning just because it's up here in pre-market is Upstart. So I am watching Upstart here as well. Um, Seeing that one's move sitting at 323 here in pre-market, but honestly, I was looking at Affirm and Upstart, and Upstart's support is still hovering down around 175, 180, or 280, excuse me. So, anyway, so I'm still kind of bearish on Apple. Hopefully, you can double bottom out of this, but um, Lucid, uh, well, on daily, I mean that's a significant gap up for the way that this candle ended not so hot. You kind of ended with almost like an inverted hammer. I would speculate, and it's pretty $28. So you got $28. This is going to be one of those range trades where you're going to want to wait for some confirmation, right? So this, and I'm actually going to lower that level, but this is a pretty wide range. There we go. So that would be kind of where I would consider watching Lucid. Now I'm looking at the daily time frame, and it has like kind of a rounded bottom, like where it looks like it wants to clear this. So I think forex people will call that an apex, and the apex is at 30. So that would be the first place to the upside that I would be considering. Like as a potential target, and that all depends on how you move out of the bell off the bell. You still have a gap below you. I don't like to trade off of gaps. 26.50. You can either gap and go, but that's considering that Lucid will have enough volume, because if it doesn't, they'll let it go, and they'll let it go up to 28, and they'll short it just to fill that gap all the way to 26, 24. So if you do play it, watch it. If you play it up to 28, you may end up seeing like an inverse head and shoulders type setup. Um, but past that, you would want to see confirmation and a close above $28. So, uh, nice. Yeah, we're just day trading here. So, you guys can hop in the link in the bio on to follow our YouTube. So, yeah, I scalp the bell usually. I usually scalp and then look for day trades. I'm coming back off of a 4-day hiatus or something like that. So I haven't been trading here. Thoughts on a firm? Uh, wait, I had Progressive first. Oh my God, PROG. Well, so far looking pretty good. Apparently, I already have this one charted. Okay. Well, considering that I have it already charted, I should be able to explain this relatively quickly. So you have a gap, and it's really funny. The gap fills at 145, and the 50-day EMA is at 145. But also, not worth mentioning is that the previous support that you were holding, is now the resistance that you're aiming for. So I would say Progressive fills your gap at 145. From there, you need to see some considerable volume in order to break above that. But it looks good for a gap fill. Thoughts on a firm? I don't know, but I shouldn't have taken Adderall and drink coffee. Um, what am I charting for Netflix? Netflix has a potential flag setup, but the thing about this right now is that I'm gonna wait for a clearing of 607.35 somewhere in there. So, all right. All right. There's So watch Netflix below 602, and that one's going to likely drop to below 600. Um, that would be my speculation there. Yeah, absolutely. So you may see a retest of 602.32. That's the downtrend right there. So we'll watch this one, but Bambi, looking good, looking good. It's on the 15-minute here. Looks like it might be slowing down just a little bit. Looks like you did have a gap here, 52 cents to fill. Doesn't look terrible. Nice rounded bottom, so good volume. I would say this one might be worth finding your correlating moving averages, like where you're most bullish. So it looks like, I don't know why I don't have my EMAs on there. Oh, those are not the EMAs. Yuck. There it is. There it is. Okay, so it looks as if on the 15-minute time frame you're using your 50-day EMA. That's that blue line right now. There, we're gonna correct that really quickly. So yeah, look for a break above a new high, maybe above 50 cents, and then anytime you pull back, I would watch for that 15-minute, 20-day EMA there. So, all right. Any thoughts on Zom? Zomedica? Um, not looking really good as far, I mean, like nothing's really happening here. Every time you get a pump, you just pretty much dump right back down to the same level. You had earnings, um, but nothing's really kind of not seeing any continuation after this. So uh, this is kind of one of those stocks that I would wait for the new bottom, 45 cents, and I would wait for some type of news catalyst and just kind of keep it as simple as that. Because when you have a stock that's moving in this manner, it's probably a catalyst that's going to set it free, if you will. So, good morning, everybody. If you guys have any questions, unfortunately, I'm not able to look at this chat. So if you guys want to hop on the YouTube and subscribe to the YouTube channel where we're live there every day, that's where we can kind of check out your guys' requests and stuff like that. BBIG is, oh, hello.
Morning.
I'm alive.
I'm glad you are alone. Dude, BBIG has insanely bullish call flow.
Yeah, it's
Like,
at the 200 right now. That's the only place that it breaks out past the 200 with extreme volume, and it
mhm.
bounces off of it with high volume too. So if it was to bounce, it would do it today and go back up to 7. That's what I'm thinking on BBIG. But that's just I haven't, I don't play it like that. It just needs a breakdown trend.
Yeah. I just dude the call flow is something crazy. It's like 9 to 1 for
Oh,
every 9 calls ordered, one put is ordered.
that's it. I see it. They see a falling wedge.
Mm-hmm.
They see a
On the hourly.
yeah, all the way to the four too. It's clean on the four, so I'll post that really quick. Um, it's a little narrow, but it's enough for reversal. Anywhere above seven, you're out. So
Hmm.
yeah, post it. That's what I see right there. And I mean, really, that's a good place to bounce. So I see with beer. Oh, hey, everyone, by the way, if you are listening on I got some pretty sick news with Benzinga Pro. If you guys want a discount code, if you guys haven't used Benzinga Pro, I'm kind of thinking I might have to take advantage of this too. They have a whole month for $9. So even if you don't want to use it forever, I would highly recommend using that. So that's pretty cool. Let me give you guys that code really quickly, and then those of you guys on YouTube, I will be back on um, back on tonight. We'll recap and I'll answer whatever questions you guys have tonight. But we'll get back to live trading next week and stuff like that. So you guys are welcome to hit the trial in the bio or whatever you guys want. Um, but yeah, let me find that code really quickly. Even if I had been sick, I'd probably cancel it and start over. Yeah, let's go make it to 10. Is what's CEI doing? I don't know. I think all of America holds CEI at this point.
I mean, I think it would be un-American to not hold
Oof.
it. I'm just kidding.
Communist.
Russia. No,
Wow.
dude, I'll admit, like I had some left over, and I bought some on a few dips, especially like dips down in the 150s again, and sold not yesterday, but the day before.
Mhm.
But I'm happy with the gains, man. I'm not gonna sit here and you know be upset about the money. It is what it is, and it continued to run up all the way up to like four something, and then somebody did you see the fake offering, dude? It was hilarious.
Oh,
It was so poorly done.
yeah. Yeah, that was
Um,
ridiculous. I
yeah, it
had a
was really bad. And the one thing I noticed right off the bat is it said warrants. CEI doesn't have any warrants. Like literally, they've never sold warrants.
Hey, do you guys remember when Netflix oh, you're watching New Maze? Oh shit. And he just yeah, Netflix just broke my level, guys. Son of a bit. Which is better because it should pull back. All right, guys. This ends today. So I apologize for that. Make sure you guys hit my link. But the code is 30 days, all caps. Uh that's it. 30 days spelled out. So if you guys want to use that, yeah, that's a whole month for $9.97, which is pretty cool. I think that's after your trial. So you get a week or 2 weeks, and then you get a lot off. So alrighty. Damn Netflix. Oh, asshole. Um, alrighty, y'all. Well, I am gonna go ahead and hop off the YouTube. And I will be back on tonight. a little bit more prepared. So hopefully we'll see you guys there. Thank you guys for tuning in. I can't find the page anyway, so oh, there it is. Sorry. I didn't even see you guys were asking about MRVI. I can do that really quickly. What is this? Maravai Life Sciences? That sounds like Tasmanian Life Sciences. Looks as if you are either establishing a new support right here, which that would be my guess. You have a gap that starts above 50.30. So today would probably be a good day to, maybe not today, but you would want to kind of hold this support and then push to fill that gap. So um, I would anticipate some type of pivot forming here, like so. So watch for some heavy consolidation in this setup. Thanks. Appreciate you, Vegas. Brian. Morning, guys. Um, Roku. Yeah, I am watching Roku today as well. This one looks like it's kind of already I would be okay with a little bit of a pullback here this morning at 305.30. But it looks like as if making an inverse head and shoulders. The target today is going to be 313.50 or 45. All right. So that's the first target. Or excuse me, 309 and then 314. Those are the two targets this morning. And we were just talking about this morning. Roku has a great setup in regards to the 15-minute and using its previous downtrend as support. It has a falling wedge. So what we're looking for is anywhere above three. I'm speculating, the safe distance would be above 310. Above 310, then you have 314, like I was talking about. And then hopefully you'll start pushing into the 320s. But that's kind of what I'm looking at on Roku. So and then Matt, you were asking about net, Cloudflare, Youch, Youch. What the hell happened? What'd they do?
Did he die?
Did they get a flare up? Sorry. Um, so this is pretty simple. I would just have a downtrend here. A flare. Oh God. You got a lot of gaps and you're at downtrend. So basically above it looks like above 116. Above 116, watch this one to start rebounding. You've got lots of gaps. That would be my first. I would be entertaining the 120 target on net. So establish that downtrend, find your bounce on the daily time frame. You're well below that 20. You got a whiles to fall, but a retest of 120 is not out of the question. So just watch for that volume to step up. And that's about it. All right. Thank you guys, YouTube. We'll be back. I'll be on tonight. So I look forward to hanging out with you guys, doing some charting. So stay tuned and we'll see you guys in a little bit. Thank you. All right.